Hey,
Olá!
today we're going to be having our first impressions for Village Rails, a small, thinky tableau building game involving trains. And also, this is the second time we're recording this entire thing because I forgot to hit record.
And I cannot see if it's recording or not because my eyesight is not good. Village Rails is a tableau-building, train-themed card game for 2 to 4 players published in 2022 by Osprey Games. The game design is by Matthew Dunstan and Brett J. Gilbert and features charming artwork by Joanna Rosa. In Village Rails, you try to modernize the pastoral English countryside by building rail networks, connecting villages together and navigating the complex and ever-changing demands of rural communities, all within a limited budget. On your turn, you will build tracks, and if you're able to afford it, you can plan trips. You score by completing trips and by any features on the completed line, and for the money left at the end of the game. The game takes just 12 turns and the player with the most points wins. Inside Village Rail's box, you will find 44 coins comprising of 42 £1 coins and 12 £5 coins, 80 railway cards double-sided to contain tracks and trips, 38 terminus cards, 4 reference cards, 4 scoring dials, 12 border pieces, 4 border piece corners, and a rulebook.
We'll start by setting up the game, which is nice and simple. First, randomly deal each player a corner piece, then match the remaining 3 pieces for each player to build an upside-down L shape in front of them. This border will define the grid for which each player will build their tableau. Next, shuffle the railway cards into a deck accessible to all players. Draw 7 railway cards from the deck to form the track market. Then, draw 4 railway cards, flipped to show the trip side, to form the trip market. Give each player a starting £5 in coins. And shuffle the terminus cards into a face-down deck, dealing 3 to each player. We're now ready to play. Starting with a player whose corner piece is the lowest in alphabetical order, players will take turns. On every turn, you must build a track, but you can also plan a trip before or after you've built your track. To plan a trip costs a minimum of £3, which will go back to the general supply. This will allow you to take the card furthest from the railway deck. Should you wish to take another card, you must place an additional £1 on each card that you skip over. The money that is left on the card will be available to any other player or yourself should that card be taken on a later turn. Next, assign the trip to a railway line by placing it to the top or left of your border pieces. At a maximum, you can assign 2 trips to any line, provided it's not already been completed. As mentioned previously, you must build a track on every turn. The track card furthest from the railway deck has no cost, and to take any of the other 6 track cards, you must place £1 on each card skipped over, the same as we do for taking a trip card. Once you've decided on a card, place it into your 4x3 tableau grid, so that it connects to at least one other existing border piece or track. While tracks have to be in a landscape orientation, they can be rotated 180 degrees. When a line is complete, you get to score its features according to the symbols present on that line and any trips assigned to it. If you had any trips assigned to the track, you can score them when it's completed. Here, you will earn the point value indicated on the trip card, provided you meet the criteria with that completed line. With or without a trip card, if a track is completed, you can assign one of the 3 terminus cards from your hand. This will always provide a minimum of £3, but can provide more should you meet the terminus card's condition from your completed line. A terminus card on a line indicates that the line is completed, and no more trip cards can be placed there. Draw a new terminus card once done so that you always have 3. Finally, when all players have taken 12 turns and filled all of the spaces in the tableau, the siding symbols get scored, and players will also score 1 point for every £3 they have remaining. The player with the most points wins. Okay, so our first impressions again. Because again, if you didn't see the beginning of this video, we've already done this. We've already recorded our thoughts. But I forgot to hit record. So we go again. Maybe now this time we can be a bit more concise as well.
Yeah.
Lovely game.
Really cool game.
Really cool game. It wasn't what I expected. It's not that I expected it to be bad or anything, but I didn't expect it to be so good.
I think as well it's because of the box. They were aiming for an aged look, like an older kind of
it feels
game.
A bit formal.
Yeah, the colors, not the actual painting here. That is lovely. It's the box, the blue and red around the box. I think that's what made you think more that it would be an older game.
Yeah, like not to say older game, but like I just didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. It was a really fun game, ridiculously easy to learn and set up. Yeah, like so good. Because we were tired when we started to play this game, and it was still no trouble. As a testament to how easy this game was to learn, after just one gameplay, we were able to write the gameplay flow segment of our video.
On the following day.
Yeah, on the following day. Actually, following 2 days.
Yeah.
And that's the scripted part just before this chapter. And we didn't have to refer to the rulebook again. That's how easy it is to learn. And it's definitely going to be one of those games we reach for to play at any time, be it board game breakfast, be it by the fireplace.
Because it's really cozy. It's quick.
It's quick.
It doesn't sprawl on the table. You have your own grid. Side of the market, but doesn't take a lot of space. Yeah,
and what I really like about it is really it all boils down to you just have 12 turns. 12 turns to try and figure out your puzzle, make your connections, and then you score. And there's a lot of ways to get points in this game, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So you're working on your own little puzzle. You have the concept of the trip cards, which is how you will score points.
Extra points. Usually you get points even without the trip cards by completing a line.
Which is what I did actually.
And
one of mine, I didn't have a trip card.
Yeah.
Because all of the you only have at any time you only have 4 trip cards available, and none of them were really worth it for me.
Or was it the money? Because you need money
both, maybe. I had limited money, but also none of the trip cards were worth it for me because of my tracks were basically nearly done.
Yeah.
And so I thought, I'm not going to spend £3 to get a trip card because that's the minimum you have to spend. And so you can still complete a line.
Yeah.
And
if you have symbols there, you will score according to those symbols.
Yeah.
If you don't have, you will only score by the terminus cards.
Yeah. No score there, actually. That's of money only. The terminus card.
True.
And actually,
you get money from that.
Yeah, that's actually something I wanted to touch upon as well. I like that concept of that's how you get the money. The main way you get the money.
By completing a line.
Yeah. So you have a choice of terminus cards on your hand and you can pick one that feels like that line best accommodates. So it could be the most amount of different terrain types or the most of the same terrain type.
I had one that was only straight lines.
Oh, my tracks were going all over the place. But what's cool is because even if you have 0, at a minimum, that terminus card will give you £3.
£3, yes.
Which is good. That's the magic number to then get another trip card for another line. It's a really cool system. I like how small it is. I like how small the box is.
It's a lot of game for a small box, and I like that.
Yeah.
This is comes with a series of Village Green, and Village Green is the same size box. Well, same size the front, but this one is thicker because this has more.
A bit more stuff inside.
The other one is cards only, basically.
And that's actually a good segue to talk about the components. The component quality is fine. The cards are fine. They're not our favorites. type of
Yeah.
feeling cards. But they're really small, little dinky little cards.
They're like the second chance game
Yes.
cards.
Yeah. And it's fine and fun to play with them, although they were a bit annoying because they were so small. I was struggling to pick them up off the table at one point.
When we discard cards, we need to put them at the bottom of the draw deck.
Yeah.
And it was difficult.
It was a bit awkward, yeah.
Yeah.
And then actually, regards to the design, there's one thing I wasn't too keen on. We had a bit of confusion over, actually, is the iconography.
Yeah.
There is iconography, and the iconography for the most part is good. And the symbols are a good representation of what they are representing.
Yeah.
But the colors they used on the cards meant some of them basically were camouflaged.
Yeah.
They disappeared. Specifically the forest.
The forest.
Yeah. So the icon doesn't have a background. So the forest is green, and the icon was a dark shade of green.
Yeah.
And so it was hard to see for me.
It should have been the icon should have been white, or at least white background.
Yeah, at least the background behind the icon.
By the end of the first game, we were already familiar with the card, so it was easy for us to distinguish between the forest, dark green, and the farm, the pasture,
yeah,
which is light green.
Yeah. Actually, my confusion was because they used different graphics for the same terrain type.
Yeah, different kinds of trees.
Yeah, so that is lovely because it makes your thing.
I think it's richer.
Yeah, it makes it really pretty. But I was confused because I was like,
yeah,
well, if this is a forest,
a different one? Because it was in the first rounds,
yeah,
the first 2-3 rounds.
Yeah,
and we were not familiar with. We didn't check all the cards,
Yeah, and that's how we discovered that the iconography was kind of lacking there, because if had the icon been super clear and visible, I think I wouldn't have had that question of, is this the same thing?
But again, it's by the end of the first game you are familiar with it, because there's even if you're colorblind, I think that one is trees, the other one is grass with animals.
Yeah.
So you can distinguish them.
Yeah, and once you learn that there's different types of trees that are still the forest terrain, then it's fine. And another thing I wasn't too fond of is the lack of insert in this game, the box.
Yeah.
Because the components are a bit odd shapes. Maybe the cards are fine, they have a paper band around them, but you have the border pieces that
are not the same
there's like
shape or size,
4 different sizes, and it was a bit of a pain to get it back into the box. Setting it up was fine. Again, setting up the game is really
quick.
easy. But that's something I'm going to put on our to-do list, is to make a little foam insert for it.
There's these dials for the points.
Yeah, the dials is
the first time that we have something like this. It was okay.
Yeah, we had something maybe, not like with scoring, but for Dixit, they have dials for which number you want to put.
Yeah.
They're fine. It works well enough for scoring, I think.
Yeah.
And it makes it all fit into a nice small box. I really liked how easy it was to learn and play it. And that contributes a lot to us grabbing it again to play in any kind of situation. At 2 players, it was fine. And we weren't really competing for any of the cards. There was one time I took a card you wanted.
Yeah.
I think that's going to happen a lot more at a higher player count.
Yeah, and even the market is going to be more
circulating quicker. Yeah. Because the market is only ever 7 cards for the railway cards and 4 cards for the trip cards.
So we didn't see many.
Yeah. At one point, actually, there was a card I wanted at the top of the market. And if you want it, this is a railway card. If you want it, you can get it as long as you have the coins to pay.
Yeah, because you need to leave behind on the previous ones £1.
Yeah, so every card you want to skip, you leave a coin. And I desperately needed a card at the top. And because it just took a while for that card to come down, make its way down, because I wanted to put it into my tableau. I was ready to complete a line, and I couldn't for ages. And I was kind of worried that you might take that card, which I needed because my trip that I had chosen was to start and end with a village terrain type. But yeah, I can see it getting a lot more, not cutthroat, but it's going to circulate quicker with a bigger player count.
I liked, and I find it really interesting, that I got more trip cards than you.
Yes.
But you end up winning. I find it really interesting. So you don't need to feel the stress of, no, I need to get trip cards.
You can still win without having all the trip cards down.
Yeah.
And actually, a little mistake we made, which we only realized after the fact, is you can have 2 trip cards per row or column.
Yeah.
And it is mentioned in the rulebook. I personally think it could have been a bit more clear, because it's basically just on the graphic.
Diagram.
The diagram that shows the potential setup. And that diagram isn't done with
cards.
Yeah, representative cards. It's
just pink and
grid.
blue.
But then there is one mention of it in the rulebook as well, but it's just not. It wasn't super clear for me. But now we know, but
it was the first time that we played, so
it's never a problem.
We even do it at a slower pace. We showed each other on the first time we play a game. We even show each other the cards that we are not supposed to show each other, just to share what, like the terminus cards, like what kind of criteria you would get in different cards to score.
Whenever we play a game,
to get money, not score in the terminus.
Yeah. Whenever we play a game for the first time, we are very open with everything of the game, because it helps us learn.
Exactly.
It's interesting.
Different situations.
Yeah. But the next time we play, it's going to be these are my cards.
This was a game that we got for my birthday this year, and I'm really happy with it.
Yay. Good.
I love Village Green, and
that's
I
what
really
made you wanted this one, right?
It had been in our wish list, in my part of wish list, for a while.
And I've seen it. I've seen it, and I knew that we wanted to get it. I just haven't. I wasn't super invested in, because I didn't really know what it was about. And still, when we played it for the first time, trains.
It's about trains.
And then when I played it for the first time, I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. Like, it's shot right up there to the games we're going to be grabbing to play anytime.
It's a puzzle, so
a little puzzle.
It wins right away with that, in my opinion, or to me.
It's going to be one we can easily introduce to new people.
Yeah, it's easy to explain, easy to teach.
Yeah, I love a game that's easy to just like grab, and you can start playing and teach it as you play.
Yeah.
The depth of this game is really in your little grid, your 3x4 grid.
Yeah.
And you thinking for yourself how you want to make these connections and get points.
It's thinky. It's a thinky puzzle.
But it's it's light. It's not
it's cozy.
Yeah, it's not a stressful game. Yeah. I wouldn't say. It's very light and easygoing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really happy with it. And I think we can highly recommend this game for you to check out. So that wraps up our first impressions for Village Rails. Really positive first impressions. Thank you so much for watching. We've been Board Game Beans.
You've been you.
Have a lovely day.
And happy gaming.
Yay! Bye! And what I really like is that it really boils down to just 12 turns.
I'm so sorry. I was so laughing. A second, let me stop. My cheeks hurt.
Okay.
I clap.
Okay. You just have 12 turns and that's it. Each player has 12 turns. Okay, I was fixing it and then you said sorry, so I have to do it again.
I was like, maybe you didn't hear. And then
We go again, okay? I'll say the same
yes, sorry.
thing. Oh. Yeah, we're forgetting some stuff.
Where are we?
Who are we? Who are you? Who are you? As a little sign out, we like to mention that we have a Discord.
We do.
And you can join our Discord if you want to hang out.
If
and
it's
chat.
not your thing, you can
Also,
find us on Blue Sky.
Mastodon.
And where else?
Tiki-Toki. On the TikToks.
On the TikTok.
Links are down in the description. Thank you so much for watching again, and bye.
Bye. No, I'm going to your side. Wait a second.